It's 11 p.m. You just checked your bank. Somehow, again, you're nearly broke. Which is genuinely confusing, because it's only 2 weeks since payday. You didn't buy anything expensive. You didn't go on a bender. You didn't get scammed by a Nigerian prince. And yet, your account has done a magic trick and disappeared thousands of dollars while you weren't looking. Where did it go? That's what I wanted to find out. So, I did something dumb. I tracked every single dollar a typical Aussie on 95,000 a year spent for 30 days. Every tap and go, every subscription, every Coles receipt. And what I found genuinely changed how I think about money in this country. By the end of this video, I'll show you where every $100 of your paycheck actually ends up, especially number 4. Number 4 made me physically angry. Let's go. Quick ground rules. The person we're tracking earns 95,000 a year gross. That's the Aussie median for a full-time worker. The sweet spot of should be doing okay, but somehow isn't. After tax and Medicare, they take home about $5,900 a month, roughly $1,360 a week, which sounds fine until you actually watch where it goes. And what happened over those 30 days is that I found out the average Aussie doesn't have a spending problem. They have a design problem. The system is genuinely built to leach money out of your account faster than you can put it in. And most of the leaks are invisible until you actively hunt for them. Here's what I found. First, housing. Rent for a modest 1-bedroom in Melbourne or a shared 2-bedroom in Sydney. $2,050 a month. That's 35% of take-home pay. Gone. Before a single meal or a single kilometre, add utilities. Electricity, $110. Gas, $60. Internet, $85. Water, $30. Phone, $50. Another $335 just to have lights and hot water. Running total after week 1, $2,385. That's 40% of the paycheck, and we haven't bought a single thing yet. Next, groceries. The person we tracked went to Coles or Woolies 11 separate times in 30 days. Not because they were disorganized, because that's just how Aussies shop now. Small trips, small baskets. I'll just grab dinner ingredients. Individual receipts averaged $47. None felt expensive. Not one felt like a splurge. Total? $518, which sounds fine, until you remember in 2019 the same shop was $340. Grocery inflation has outpaced wages for 4 years straight, but here's the bit that got me. On top of the $518 at Coles, they spent $186 on takeaway. 5 instances of can't be bothered cooking. $74 on cafe coffees, $52 on convenience store pit stops, the Servo Mars bar, the 7-Eleven Slurpee, the quick sandwich. That's $830 on food. One person. 1 month. And I bet you just did quick mental math on your own spend and got scared. Alright. That was the visible stuff. Now here's the actual black hole. Subscriptions. Nobody has 15 streaming services, but most Aussies have more recurring charges than they realize. Here's what a normal person actually has. Netflix, $22.99. Spotify, $13.99. KO, $30. Amazon Prime, $9.99. iCloud, $4.49. YouTube Premium, $17. A meditation app they forgot to cancel, $14.99. A language app from a free trial, $9. Xbox Game Pass, $19.95. A dating app they meant to cancel 3 months ago, $34.99. Total, about $198 a month, $200 every month, forever, until they cancel. Over a 10-year working life, $23,700, 23 grand, for things they've stopped opening. Now, number 4, the one I promised would make you angry. We already deducted income tax and Medicare. $2,000 that never landed in the account. Fair enough. But here's what I didn't count. Every grocery item, GST, $47 that month. Every fuel purchase, GST and fuel excise at 51.6 cents per litre. That's $65 in stealth tax on fuel alone. Every alcohol purchase, alcohol excise. Every restaurant meal, GST. Every subscription, GST. Every insurance renewal, GST plus a state-based stamp duty on insurance. Car rego, $70 a month. CTP insurance, $50. Comprehensive, $110. All with GST and stamp duty layered on top. Add it all up. Between income tax, GST, excise, stamp duties, rego, and levies, our composite Aussie handed over roughly $2,580 that month, on $7,900 in income. That's 33 cents of every dollar earned before consumption. And once you count GST on everything they buy, roughly 42 cents of every dollar goes to some form of tax before it touches anything they actually chose. Some of that pays for roads, Medicare, and schools. Fair. But the reason it feels heavier now, that's bracket creep, rising prices, and a wage packet that hasn't kept up. Nobody talks about it because everyone's too tired. Alright, let's zoom out. Because those were my numbers. Yours are different. So instead of my numbers, let me show you where every $100 of a typical Aussie paycheque actually ends up. Once you scale everything I just walked through, here's the pattern. Of every $100 earned before tax, 23 goes to income tax and Medicare. 18 goes to housing. 9 goes to groceries. 8 goes to transport. 6 goes to utilities and phone. 4 goes to subscriptions. 4 goes to takeaway and unplanned food. 7 goes to GST, excise, and stealth taxes. 9 goes to occasional bills. 4 goes to savings, if you're doing well. That leaves $8 out of every 100 as actual discretionary money. Money for hobbies, gifts, holidays, going out. $8 out of every 100. That's not a bad with money problem. That's a how the system is structured problem. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So what do? 3 things. 1. Audit your zombie subscriptions this weekend. Apple subscriptions page, Google Play, credit card statement. Cancel 2 or 3 you haven't opened in 6 months. Easy $300 to $500 back this year. 2. Watch your groceries for 1 week. Don't budget. Don't spreadsheet. Just notice your basket. You'll cut it 15% without trying, because attention is 80% of behavior change. 3. Don't listen to anyone who tells you the answer is skipping your morning coffee. The maths on that is condescending nonsense. The real money you're losing is in subscriptions you forgot about, insurance you never renegotiate, and taxes you have no idea you're paying. Focus there, so the next time it's 11 p.m. and you're staring at your bank wondering where it all went, now you know. Most of it never made it to you. And the bit that did was already spoken for by companies and levies you barely knew existed. You don't have a spending problem, you have a design problem. And now you can see it. Like the video so more Aussies see it. Comment the biggest zombie subscription you found on your account, and subscribe if you want more of this. No hidden fees, no small print. See you in the next one.